recorded live.
We'd like to thank everybody that is joining us today. More than anything, I want to introduce to you Gary Steele, the creator of the Ultimate Success School, and its mission is to make an impact on the lives of millions of people all over the world. Ultimate Success School is a community of like-minded entrepreneurs working together to help each other to live their dreams. Being what they love, doing what they love, having what they love, sharing what they love. That is the ultimate success. My partner in the Ultimate Success School and the automated marketing system, Gary Steele. Gary has used part of this system for the last 17 years to create a small fortune. Anytime Gary switches it on, it's like his own private ATM machine that spits out money to him. Gary's single best month using this system is $52,000. Gary's best year is well over $200,000 using this system. Then Gary used this system to create $17,000 pure profit revenue, residual income, in his own private invitation-only seminar business. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce to you my partner, Gary Steele. Gary, are you there, sir?
I am, Luis. Thank you very much for that introduction, and hello to everybody on the line tonight. It's my sincere pleasure to be here tonight. Just to make sure that you guys can hear me okay, I would love for everybody to unmute themselves and say hello. So go ahead and unmute yourself. On the count of three, we're going to say hello. 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
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 Awesome. All right, guys, I would love for you to stay unmuted unless you have large noise in your background or whatever, because this call will be interactive. I'm here as the creator of the automated marketing system to help you guys expand your concepts, expand your vision, and start getting results in what it is that you're doing. So I don't know too much about the groundwork of exactly what's going on in your structuring here in terms of, is there one person fielding the leads? Is this a round table thing? How exactly does that work, Luis?
Yes, let me introduce to you Salim Hassan and Edward. They are both the owners of the automated marketing system private label. Salim and Edward, can you please say hi?
Hi, this is Edward.
How you doing, Edward?
I don't think Salim has made it here yet. We talked earlier. He was going to be a little bit late. So
he's on mute. There's maybe a large background noise. He has an unmute.
Okay, I didn't hear him come in. Okay.
Okay, great. Who else online? I know I heard Alicia. I heard Marciela.
Yes, Tina and also Imani. Tina and Imani.
Yeah.
Tina.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's the other one?
Imani.
Name, please. E-money?
Yes.
As
Imani.
in the letter E in the word money?
No, I-M-A-N-I.
I-M-A-N-I. Oh, Imani.
Yes.
Okay, great. Glad to have you on the call.
Thanks.
So, is there one person that's managing the lead, or is this a round table? How exactly is that working?
Well, we're managing the leads from a round table. I distribute the leads from what we receive in, and we're managing it from a group perspective.
Okay.
The ones that we get.
Okay. All righty. Is there anybody on the line that's made more than $10,000 a month in home-based business? Does that mean no?
I've made more than $10,000 a month, but it's not just been in a home-based business.
Okay. As a home-based business marketer, have you made more than $10,000 a month?
As a home-based business marketer, I would say no, but and that's just from being a business owner.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Those people that have background noise, please mute yourself.
Yeah, Luis, is there any way you can manage that from your portal there?
Yes, I'm looking for that person.
Okay, as I said, I would love for you all to stay interactive unless you have a loud noise, we'll say, instead of a large noise. All right, guys, so home-based business, network marketing, life is an inside-out job, period. Whatever the subconscious conversation is that's going on in your world is what you're going to manifest internally, in your internal self is what you're going to manifest externally. That is an absolute law of life. So I would love for you guys to have out a clean piece of paper, pencil, whatever, take some notes here, do some different things. And I want to start with this. I want to start with writing these words down. Winners, and put a dash, win. Producers, put a dash, they produce. Losers, put a dash, lose. Whiners, put a dash, whine. Now, this could be a harsh call possibly for some of you not. I don't know, but I know what it takes to make money in home-based business. I know what it takes. It takes having somebody being willing to hold you accountable and kick you in the butt when necessary and possibly even make you cry. I mean, I've had it done to me several times in the beginning, about 15, 16, 17 years ago when I ran across a cat who really taught me how to market. It was in 1997. Holy crap, what is that, like 18 years ago now? So I understand what it takes. When you look at that paper, winners win, producers produce. You could put next to produce with an arrow, result, and whiners whine and losers lose. When you look at that, you really need to pay attention to which one is like the first one that jumps out at you that is your inner conversation, your subconscious conversation about yourself and about what's going on internally in your world, because that's what you're going to manifest externally in your world. And your internal conversation is going to overpower your external conversation every single day of your life for the rest of your life. It's been doing it so far for your life. It's going to continue to do it for the rest of your life. So if you're unhappy with the results that you're getting in any endeavor, it starts with the person in the mirror. It's just the way it is. I wish that we could say there's this magic potion, this magic pill that you could take and change that super easily and start making boatloads of money. Because if we could do that, and all of us together on this line could go market that, we'd be billionaires in less than a year, because it would be like the most addictive pill on the planet, right? It's just not the way it works. It's not the way it's designed. The way that the system, this thing called life, is designed is we have to actually go through our upbringing, be raised by the people that we're going to be raised by, be raised in the economic environment that we're going to be raised in, that creates who we are, for us then to become adults, decide where we want to go, what we would love to do in our life, and then begin the journey of transformation from an internal standpoint of changing the subconscious conversation that's going on in our brain. And this is not an easy journey. There's been boatloads of research. You can go Google this. Some really good studies have been done over in India because they have such a strict caste system, which is like a classes system, but they have a caste system here over there. And what they've discovered is it's virtually impossible for somebody to break out of the mold that they grew up in. Where did you grow up? What financial strata did you grow up in? You're going to work your butt off to live there and stay there. So to move past where we are, all of us, it takes a lot of internal work. If you go talk to anybody who's making any kind of real money in any business, home-based business, network marketing, you go talk to people who are really, really making money, and what they're going to tell you is they've spent more time working on themselves than they have working on their business. They've spent more time learning to love the parts of themselves that they have yet to love relative to money, wealth, and success. They've spent more time on that than on their business. So here's what happens for people where you can go to work and work really, really, really hard, work really, really, really hard, work really, really hard, keep your nose down, keep focused on the grindstone, and just go to work and make money. And then you'll crash out back down to where you're comfortable living. So the point of this is, and it's one of the reasons that I absolutely love network marketing, home-based business. It's why I'm drawn to work in this field and help people break through their baloney so they can go live the life that they would love, is that it is a personal development industry. No matter what product you're selling, no matter what your comp plan is, no matter what any of that is, it's a personal development industry. Until you grow on the inside, your check is not going to grow on the outside. It's just the way it is. No matter what system you set up, no matter what leads you go through, no matter any of that, this is how it works. We've gone so far as to do an experiment and take a whiner that whines, and a winner that wins, and give them the exact same lead source, the exact same sheet, okay, the exact same data. And the winner/producer got results. The whiner didn't, and all they did was whine. Okay? So I know, and in my long tenure now of doing cold market marketing, there's no such thing as the golden lead source. You can buy $5 leads, $10 leads, $15 leads, $20 leads. And it is entirely dependent on the energy that you are sending out to the universe on the people that you will connect with. It's just how it works. So, in what you guys have set up right here, and you're doing a round-robin lead situation, if I were you guys and you're working collectively as a group, I would say, okay, who's our best closer? And that's the person that handles the lead. They're the people that talk to the people. Who's our winner that wins? Who's our producer that produces? Who's the person who's already at some degree arrived in life internally, and they're now ready to accept greater responsibility and so on in life? That's who would be talking to the people in this organization if I was setting it up. There's no way I would be turning over prospects to whiners and losers. Not saying that that's a bad thing. When I say whiners and losers, that's okay. We all whine, and we all go through times where we feel like losers. We all go through times when we feel like winners, and so on. The journey is to become aware of our behavior, aware of our conversation, aware of our subconscious conversation, and transform it into a more inspiring subconscious conversation, a more inspiring conscious conversation as we go on. So when I say whiners whine and losers lose, I'm not taking that as a personal attack on anyone, because if/when you guys happen to stumble into one of my breakthrough seminars, you will, which there's several people on the line tonight who have been there, you will know that my heart's as big as Texas, and I love people, and I love to just share that love with people. So, first recommendation that I have for you guys on the system is whoever is the cat who knows how to talk to people and close deals, that's who needs to handle the lead. Once they're closed, then you can start round robining the closed people in your organization, if that's the way you're going to work that. I'm assuming you're working this the way that you're working it collectively, because together you guys can do more leads as a group than you can individually, and that would be smart to do that. So I'm going to tell you a story to get you guys some level of understanding here of what it really takes, okay? I want you to write these initials down, WIT, which stands for whatever it takes. So what are your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your vision for your life, where you want to go, what it is that you want to do? I'm taking a note here. What it is that you would love to do with your life, and what it is you're doing with this organization, why you're here, and what you're doing. The bigger your vision of what it is that you're doing here, the more people are going to be attracted to come here. If you guys are just here because you want to make more money for yourself, you want to pay your bills, you want to drive a bigger car, you want to live in a bigger house, you want to have a bigger boat, you might as well freaking quit now, because why would anybody want to come join you in that regard? It's like, does that sound very inspiring? No. A big vision. The bigger your vision, the bigger your reason why you are here, why you are doing what you're doing, why you are involved in what it is that you're involved in, the bigger that vision, the more you're going to attract to yourself on a universal perspective people that want to be involved. So collectively, you guys need to come up with a vision bigger than paying your bills, getting a bigger car, and work on this together. A vision, a mission statement, a mission for this organization. Why are you doing what you're doing? It's got to be heartfelt. It's got to be bigger than yourself. The bigger it is, the more powerful you guys will become, because people want to be involved with something bigger than themselves. It's just human nature. So your reason why, it's another thing, great thing for you guys to write down and work on. Why are you here doing what you're doing? You need to answer that question in paragraph form on paper and get as clear as you possibly can to it. And if it seems like it's only because you want to make more money so that you can pay your bills, live in a bigger car, or drive a bigger car, live in a bigger house, and have a bigger boat, and buy a jet, you might want to rethink that, okay?
So you said, I'm sorry, you said that this could be interactive. So I just wanted to make sure that you know what we're doing, because we're all doing community crowdfunding, and we all have projects that are bigger than us that we're working on. So, yes, I mean, in that sense,
money, right?
we're all on the same page. We all have big dreams and goals that we're working on, and using this as funding for that. I think, I can speak for myself, but I think that is true for most of the people in our group.
Excellent. I would actually recommend that you guys have a conference call once a week, and all you do on that conference call is nothing more than share your dreams and your visions of where it is you want to go. Keep that vision open and big, and grow it, and do a round robin with it so people can throw out ideas about it, and don't be afraid to be challenged, because growth doesn't happen without challenge. It's another fact of life. It's not, we weren't put here for the journey to be easy, nicey, happy, lovey, no strife, no challenge, no nothing. We wouldn't grow if that's what it was. If it was all easy, nicey, lucky, happy, we didn't have to do anything, and life was just great, grand, and glorious, and we got whatever our heart's desire or whim of the day was, we'd all sit around and do absolutely nothing. The challenge that comes from life, the challenge that drives us, is what drives us. So without challenge, you're not going to grow. So in your meeting, your round-robin meeting there, where you're sharing your dreams and your goals as a team, let them challenge you. Let them poke you. Let them kick you in the butt. Let them push you to grow and move forward. All right, guys. So another thing, just from a marketing perspective,
I got a question. This is Edward. Can I ask a question?
You can.
We're goal oriented here, and we're challenging ourselves here. We all came here as a group to work and work hard in this endeavor, and I think all of us that are here on this call are committed to do such. what we're trying to do is we're trying to increase the close of the leads. And one of the things that you suggested that we have a particular closer identified. But
yes.
One of the things in addition to that we're trying to do is to quantify the leads that we get a little bit better than what we're getting. And that's been a hurdle, or that's been a challenge for our entire group for the leads that we've had and we're working with in the past week that we've got.
Yeah, Edward, and how long you guys been dialing now? A week?
I said the past week, yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So now I'm going to tell my story. All right,
okay.
So I'm in chiropractic college, just literally starving, just scraping by, going through school, almost done with school. I was about 10 months from graduating, I guess, somewhere in there, 9 months, 7 months, somewhere in that time frame. I started marketing a business. I had a close friend there. We became partners in the business. It was $1,250 to get started. It was a $1,250 sale. You made a $1,000 commission on every sale that you made. You had to give your first 2 sales. It was a 2-up. You had to give your first 2 sales to your director. So we go to work. And when I say go to work, I mean go to work. Okay? They had 5 conference calls a day. We had 2 people per call per day. We put 50 people a week on a conference call, working our tail off. Literally, leads that we had were such old pieces of crap, but guess what? Did it matter? Absolutely not. So we had old leads. So then we set up a voicemail. We started driving traffic to a voicemail, give them a short 3-minute message. I started going out and putting business card side flyers. I lived out in San Ramon, California. I would go put out thousands of flyers a day, 2,000 to 3,000 flyers a day, to maybe get 5 people call our voicemail if we were lucky in a day. We were thrilled with 5 if we got 5. Anyway, working. We would stay up after the conference calls. We were out in California, so we were able to work late into the night, because we were able to be on the East Coast calls and then the West Coast calls. After the calls were over, we'd stay up for another hour or 2, leaving messages out of the phone book onto business voicemails, leaving our voicemail number. We did that for 6 weeks before we made a sale. Okay? And the only reason we started to make a sale was one of the founders, we were on every single conference call. He could see we were working. He could see we were bringing people to the calls. So he thought he'd throw us a bone. So he gave us a call. He gave us a little train 'em up, we'll say. And he's like, guys, the moment you get unattached is the moment you'll start making sales. And we're like, what does that mean? He's like, you're smart. You're in chiropractic school. Go figure it out. The moment you get unattached, the moment you'll start making sales. And he called it posture, is what he called it. So what he meant was, the moment we got unattached to any single result on any single individual that we talked to, was the moment we would start making sales. And sure enough, as we were able to train ourselves to realize that it's not about the short journey, and he probably gave us this train 'em up call probably when we were about 4 weeks into the deal, and we were able to begin to train ourselves to realize it's not about tomorrow, it's not about today, it's not about this week. It's about that we really have what it takes inside us to do WIT, which is whatever it takes, and go the distance to create what it is that we would love to create for our life with what it is that we're doing here. And the more we were able to get in touch with that and identify that, the more we were able to get unattached to the result of any single one individual as we were talking to them. Because we knew we were going to go put in the same amount of work, the same amount of effort tomorrow as we did today. So if that person's coming on board with us today, whatever, doesn't matter, because we're going to work tomorrow whether they do or not. So 6 weeks we finally made a sale, okay? This is back in the days when long distance cost 25 cents a minute, and we're prospecting and we're starving students. It was not another 2 weeks. Oh, and in that first sale, did we get to keep any money? Nope. Had to pass it up to our director. 2 weeks later, we made another sale. So now we are 8 weeks, 2 months into the deal. We still haven't made a dime, but we've made 2 sales. That was 2 weeks later. A week after that, we made our first sale that we got paid on. And after that, we started averaging 1 to 2 sales a week. And then our best week, we popped 17 sales in 1 week. $17,000 in 1 week. That was in September, and we started in January. Well, actually, it was like the middle of January is when we started. So 9 months later. So we're talking about a long pipeline here, and the more that you guys can get unattached to any one result, the greater results that you're going to have. The more unattached you get, the better off you are. So I'm looking at your text message. You got to change that immediately. The text message is going out. Says click here to visit our website. Oh, click here to see the video. Oh, you guys must have just changed it. Because I saw one where you guys, right here. Did you guys just recently change your text message? You got 2 text messages. You got 4, 5, 6 text messages today. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 text messages today out of your dialing. So you guys are complaining about the results that you're getting. How many did you dial? How many are you guys dialing? It's like, and I said, this call could get rough because I'm at the place where I want to say, are you serious? Give me a break. You've been dialing for a week. You got, let me see your, okay, so back to my story here for a minute. And there's the email I was looking at, the 29th. Where were you guys that I just looked at a little while ago? You guys had like 40-some or 50-some people call your voicemail the other day. Okay, so I will find that. I was looking through your stuff. No caller. So it took us 8 weeks before we made any money whatsoever, right? Okay, so here's October 27th. You guys had 57 people call your voicemail. All right, so we continue to grow our business, and as we were making money, then we started to do newspaper advertising in the small little classified ads behind in the back of free papers where people could pick them up for free. And at the peak of our marketing, to generate what you guys are generating on a daily basis, like I'm looking at your email from 10/27/2015, you had 57 people call your number. To generate 57 people to call our voicemail, we would have to spend $1,000 a week on newspaper ads. And I don't know what package you guys got, but you're in the $1,000 to $2,000 in a month, and you're generating this kind of activity on a daily basis. It's like you have no idea how good you have it. All right, so here's another thing. I'm going through your email. I'm going through your email report right now. I guarantee you nobody's called back any of these people that have called this number. I can guarantee, I can bet money on it. I bet $100 right now. Nobody has called anybody who hasn't left a message for you to call them back. Anybody, I call these actionable results. Anybody who's listened to close to a minute of your message needs a phone call back. Call them back. Say, hey, it would be like this. Hey, this is Gary Steele. You called my voicemail today. What's going on in your world that has you calling my voicemail? You're looking for a way to make more money. What's going on in your life that has you looking for a way to make more money? You call my voicemail. What's going on? There's a reason why these people called. There's a thing called hot buttons, right? All your marketing needs to be geared towards hot buttons. You're trying to push a hot button on somebody. Let me go back real quick to your text message. Click here to see the video. I don't know what your message says, so I don't know in your message that they're calling in to listen to, are you referencing this video? If not, all your marketing needs to be congruent from start to finish. Your outbound message needs to be congruent with what's going on your message that they're listening to, and then the text message needs to be corresponded with that, okay? And you want to tell stories, STORY. So here's the sweet spots for things. Your outbound message needs to be 30 seconds or less. Your inbound message, we're going to call, that they listen to, needs to be 3 minutes or less. If you're not in that range, you guys need to retweak your messages and get in that range, okay? Those are the sweet spots for those messages. Another thing is, you guys are out prospecting in the opportunity world, and I'm looking at that. If I can go back there and find it, looking at the report that you had 2,000 dials in that day. You had 2,000 dials in that day. Why am I losing that? Not your guys' fault here. Why I'm not keeping that organized. All right, here we go. 2,000 in a day. You guys are getting 57 inbound calls. I don't know what your message says, but when I dial 2,000 a day, I get 90 inbound calls. That's my average. So you guys, something in your message isn't working. My message is super simple. Hey, this is Gary Steele from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here to help you make more money. When you're ready to make more money, call my voicemail and listen to my 3-minute message. I give the number. Again, the number is, I give the number and I say, again, when you are ready to make more money, call and listen to my free 3-minute message, and I leave the number again. That's it. That's my outbound message. Then when they come into my inbound message, I tell them my story. I tell them my story. Yeah, it's like my best month using this system is $52,000. My best year was well over $200,000. I then went on to create a over $17,000 a month residual income profit money in my own private invitation only seminar business. And I had that coming in for 4 years on my own business using this same system. Obviously, the internet part of this system was not connected then, but using this same system. So you guys aren't going to tell me that the system doesn't work. You're not going to tell me that the leads don't work. That doesn't work with me because I know they do. Like, I get results. I know they do. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's the internal conversation. It's the internal conversation that gets projected out energetically into the universe that creates who you connect with. I know that just seems so weird, but it's the truth. So I would look at all that. I would look at all that stuff. I don't know how long your outbound messages. Get it 30 seconds or less. Your message that they listen to needs to be 3 minutes. You can push 3:30 if you want. You really don't want to be much more than that, but you need to tell a story. Tell somebody's story. Stories are what inspires people. There's a saying out there, it's been out there forever. Facts tell. FACTS, tell. Stories sell. Stories are what people get inspired about. Stories are what they get excited about. Stories is why they want to be in business with you, not the facts of whatever, okay? Another thing is, I really don't like where you guys are sending them on your website from the text message. You're sending them to your home page, which means nothing. You're giving them way too much information. On my text messages, now if you go to ultimatesuccessschool.com, there's 108, 110 members on there, okay? You think that's not a lot. You're right, it's not a lot, because I researched and developed as I was fine-tuning the internet side of this business and just some tweaks that I'm not going to tell you about, but what's in there right now. I researched and developed internet and then built this system and so on. That was a 2-year journey. I've taken the last year off basically due to personal stuff in my life, which all that's handled now, and I'm ready to crank up after the first of the year. But anyway, my point is, in my research and development phase of getting people to go to a website and sign up for free, the majority of those members I never talked to. I have no clue who they are. It was all in my research phase. They went through my system. They went outbound. They came inbound. They went to my website, and they signed up as a free member. Okay, so I know this system works to drive traffic to your website. What you really need to drive them to is a video page that gets straight to the point. The video you guys have up here under prospects, as soon as you click on that, the very first thing this video says is we're assuming that you already watched such and such video. So it's like, well, wait a minute. I'm missing something here because of what that video says. So you need a video that's going to get, to the point of what's up. Anyway, so that's that. However, on all this stuff, the absolute most important thing to take away from this conference call is this. The subconscious conversation that is going on in your brain is what is manifesting the results that you're living with. Now, I've had people making way more money than any of you guys online, okay, that are online tonight. 6-figure a month earners, okay? Multiple 6 figures a year, and so on. One of my favorite people to work with is chiropractors, obviously. I mean, with the chiropractic college and so on. My best testimony, we'll say, in the chiropractic world is when this chiropractor started working with me in the particular kind of work that I do and help people, like help them break through their garbage, his practice was doing a couple $100,000 a year. This year he's going to do over $2 million. And he started working with me about 7 or 8 years ago. So I throw that out there just as a I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about, and I know how to help people make more money. That's one of many people that I've helped make more money. The subconscious conversation that's going on in your brain is what is manifesting your life. That will not that won't fail. Like, that is the truth of your life. So look at that list. Winners win, producers produce, whiners whine, and losers lose. Which one are you? Which one do you want to be? So 2 more things to write down. LOA, and write it down twice. Law of averages. The law of averages. That's all this is the law of averages. When you couple the law of averages with WIT, which is whatever it takes, get a long-term vision and realize that you're sifting sand looking for gold nuggets. How much sand are you willing to sift to find those gold nuggets is up to you. How long is it going to take for you to fill your pipeline until you get gold nuggets starting to drip out your end is completely determined on the subconscious conversation that's going on in your brain, and you can change that as you're talking to people. Your pipeline, how long-term is it? How long-term is your vision? How long are you going to go the distance on this? The people who've been to my seminars or on this call, they know this about me. I'm in this for life. Like, my vision is a lifetime. There's no quit in me on what I do. There's no quit in me on where I'm going. That drive inside me to do what I do is so strong, it literally feels like somebody has a hand that plunged into my chest, their fingers wrapped around my heart, and they're pulling me forward on this journey, this mission, this vision, inspiration, and purpose of my life that I cannot turn off. If it's not burning in you like that for what it is that you're doing, you need to find that as fast as you can so that you can get the WIT, which is whatever it takes. So again, your dream, your vision, your goals, how big is it bigger than you, and how dedicated are you to it, and how far are you willing to go to get there? All this stuff plays into factor. When you're speaking to people, when you're talking to people, if that's not in you, why are they going to join you? Like, think about yourself. if you're listening to somebody and all the energy that they're putting out is it's just about they want to change their life, you're not going to join them. So why would they join you, right? So back to the first thing that I said, whoever's already arrived at that place in their life, that's who needs to be talking to the people. Whoever's willing to do whatever it takes. I call them actionable results. Anybody who's listened, you've got on this 10/27/2015 email, Loretta Honeycutt, who knows if that's really her name, because phone numbers change and transform. 42 seconds they listen to. That person needs a phone call. The 38-second person, that needs a phone call. What you're going to find out is, are you going to get a lot of, yeah, whatever, I wasn't interested? Of course you are. Are you going to stumble across the person that says, oh, my God, thank you for calling me back. I was listening to your message, and I got a phone call from my daughter, my sister, my dad, my mother, whatever, and I forgot to go back and re-listen to it. Of course you're going to find those people. Are you going to find somebody who your message didn't turn them on, but you calling them and saying, hey, what's going on in your life that has you calling my voicemail looking for a way to make more money? Well, now they're going to open up. Now you can have a conversation. You can find out what's really going on and how serious are they. So on here, I count somewhere between 10 and 15 what I call actionable results these people need called back. And if you don't have the WIT, the whatever it takes attitude to be able to call them back, you might as well quit. Now, not all of you have the WIT. I know that for a fact. It's just the law of averages, right? One person on here does. Whoever's got the WIT attitude, they're the ones that need to be making the calls, calling back. Anyway, and then when you get them and they seemed interested or whatever, three-way them to whoever's the closer. And what's a closer? It's very simple. A closer does not explain the deal. The closer doesn't explain anything. The closer asks 2 or 3 questions. Very simple questions. First question, if you're on the three-way, hello, this is so-and-so, you're introducing Bob. Bob's being introduced to you. Okay, hey, Bob, this is Gary. How you doing? Great to talk to you tonight. Do you have any questions? That's the first question. Do you have any questions, Bob? He's going to have a question. Answer the question. You got any other questions, Bob? Wow, no, that's it. Great, Bob. When do you want to start making money? And then be quiet. Nobody talks until Bob responds. That's what a closer does. A closer is somebody who's not afraid to ask for the money. I guarantee you online, however many are on here right now, 8, 9, 10, however many are here, I guarantee you, probably all of you, there might be one that's not, but I'm willing to bet all of you, there might be one that's not, and I really hope there's not, are afraid to ask for the money. You're afraid to ask for the check. You're afraid for that final, right there, ask for the money. Most people, a lot of people, they can get them right to that point, but then they leave it open for that person to go do it themselves. It's like, that's not how it works, man. I'm sorry, it's just not. If it was, if we could create a system that truly did that, then, yeah, we'd all be billionaires in a day, right? It's just not the way it works. The amount of money it takes to develop one of those systems online, I highly doubt anybody on this phone call right now has it. The reason why I created the automated marketing system, because my research online, if you're not coming to the table with at least $20,000 a month for traffic, you're not going to do anything online. It's just not going to happen. So I created the automated marketing system. I set out to create a system where no matter what a person's budget is, as long as they have the desire, the whatever it takes, I'm going to develop a system for them that they can afford. If they create that long-term vision, they're going to be able to produce results and create their dream, and that's what we have here. All right, guys, so look, the call is about to end here. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And being here on this call says one thing about you, and it says that you do have some level of desire to achieve your dreams, or you wouldn't be on this call. So I thank you for that and applaud yourself for that. I'm going to leave you, and it's be the third time, fourth time that I've repeated this, but it is the law, that it's the rule that rules all rules in your world, and that is your subconscious conversation. Your subconscious conversation with yourself dictates your outside world, dictates what you're willing to accept. It's just the way that it is. To transform that subconscious conversation is a lifelong journey, and that's okay, because that's why we're alive. It's the journey, that journey. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to give you about 1 or 2 minutes, and we're going to roll on out of here. No? Okay, great. All right, guys, listen. I know you might find this hard to believe, but I really, truly do love all of you. I love every single one of you on this line, and I would absolutely love to share my heart and love and teach you in one of our seminars. And oh yeah, and by the way, the breakthrough seminar that I'm talking about, it's free. I give it away freely to everyone and anyone who wants to come. It's free. I would absolutely love to get you to a breakthrough. I'm going to be in Dallas coming up here third weekend in November, and then hopefully Luis was talking about the possibility of Houston sometime after that. Anyway, guys, I've shared with you some super awesome gold nuggets. I hope you see it. I hope you realize it. Find your closer in the group. Find your closer in the group. That's all I can say. Find your closer in the group. Let them close people. And if you're not a closer, that's okay. The journey to be a closer is this. And the journey really, it can't be circumvented. The journey to be a closer comes by getting pissed off, when you get so pissed off because you've let so many people waste your time. And when you have the realization that, screw them, I am done letting people waste my time, when you hit that moment is when you become a closer, because you don't let people waste your time. So it's kind of like this. When I talk to people as I'm starting to ramp up my system again, like, look, dude, get started with me, don't get started with me. I really don't care. I'm going to have 92 people call me tomorrow, just like I had 92 people call me today. That's a closer. So you guys are averaging 40, 50, 50-some people a day calling you. Use that. Use that in your message. You guys are doing what you're doing in the business opportunity world. I would gear my message toward your system. Look, man, we've got a proven system. It's got a 17-year, now 18-year track record. It absolutely works. We got 50 people a day calling us on our system. When do you want to start making money? All right, guys. Thanks for being here. You guys have a great night, great day, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys.
Thank you for being on as well.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I just want to say one thing. We are like-minded entrepreneurs working together to help each other live each other's dream by working together, by doing what we love, sharing what we love, and having what we love. That is success. Thank you, guys. See you at the 9 o'clock call.
Thank you, Gary. Good night.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, guys.